So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about some different Milwaukee batteries, because it took me a lot of looking into it to really get a good grasp and understanding of which batteries are which, and what to buy and what works best with your tools. So I'm gonna start. I've got this 2 amp hour and this 5 amp hour battery, which are just regular XC and CP batteries, which this 5 comes with most kits, and some of the smaller kits will come with these 2s or 2 and a 5, but they don't give you near as much power as you start getting into these high outputs, and it makes a huge difference in power. The number on here is the runtime, but this gives you much more power during that same runtime. So this 3, I'd rather have 2 3s than 2 5s for my tools, so I usually go bare tool and then run them on these high output batteries. They give you so much more power. It's a huge difference when you click them on and start running. You'll know right away the difference, and you can even tell the difference in these numbers. Like, they are the runtime, but they do make a difference. Like this 6.0 is probably my favorite for most things. I like the 3 for some of the smaller tools like my shears and different things, and the 6 it gives you a good, nice long runtime for like my angle grinders and things. I really like these 6s. It's a big pack. It's not the 12, which is a brick. I don't own one, but it's a massive battery and is awesome for if you have miter saws, table saws, big STS hammers and things like that. But I don't really have a need for 12. I would rather have 2 6s and have one fully charged and one to run off of. And I also have this 8.0, and it's about the identical size and everything. I believe this one has the 8650 cells in it, and this has the 12700 cells, and they're the same exact size casing, so the only difference is the power inside and the runtime. But I actually feel like I get more power out of the 6 amp hour battery than I do the 8 for some reason. I don't have like any fancy testing stuff to really know how much power it's actually, how much draw you're getting out of each. Some of the guys that are electricians and know a lot more about these batteries can do things like that, and you can probably get some information about them on some of the other tool channels. But just my explanation and understanding of how I buy them. And then if you're using them to run rocket lights or want to keep them around for top-offs, the number is all that matters. The runtime is the only thing that it's not going to give you a brighter light or a better power out of a top off or off a light. It's not going to really change from a high output to a regular. So I keep these 5.0s and 2.0s in an emergency box with my top offs. They're in a half pack out, and I keep them around for my old lady to use if my power goes out and I'm not home to start the generator and hook everything up. She can just plug in one of these boxes. So I keep those in the house. I usually really never even use them. They just kind of hang out in there for emergencies. And these modern batteries aren't like the old NiCads where if you leave them sit for a while, they'll be dead again. These things, I charged them when I got them and threw them in a pack out, and they've been sitting ever since. So they hold their charge for a long time now compared to old batteries. But so just a little explanation of what you should buy for what you're using. Like on the fuel tools especially, these high outputs have a computer chip in them that speaks back and forth with a lot of the fuel tools, and really gives you that extra boost. So, but they do give you a boost even on regular tools. That's why I like this 3 high output on my shears, because it gives them a lot more power than the 5, and it's nice to have a lot of power when you're cutting through heavier sheet metal. On some of these older cars, they have a lot thicker gauge sheet metal than you would on a modern day car. So it's a nice compact battery, but gives you that extra power boost. So it's not just for fuel tools, but it talks back and forth with the fuel tools. So out happy hunting for some batteries, and hopefully that gives you some good information.